I wanted to really quick talk about knowing who we are, not just knowing our favorite color, not just knowing our favorite perfume, not just knowing our style, but truly knowing yourself to a core, inside and out. What's your human design? What are your strengths and weaknesses? What's your love language to yourself? What's your gratitude language to yourself? What's encouraging to you? How do you celebrate your good times? How do you go within an internalized fear and discouragement and disappointment? What does your birth sign say about you? I don't want to know about anybody else. I don't want to build with anybody else. I can't commit and promise you anything because I'm too busy and too focused and too in love with myself to even really take that on. That's a lot. You got to do that for you. And even when you're at a good place and you're like, all right, I'm feeling pretty, overflowing. I might have a little time, but I'm not making any promises. You can be my favorite person right now, but we can see how these things go. You see how that changes instead of oh my God, someone to love, someone to hold forever and always. I am not forever and always. I am forever and always into me. I am forever all and always growing, expanding, becoming better. I am better than I was yesterday. I'm better than I was 6 months ago. God knows I don't even recognize myself from 3 years ago, 2 years ago, 5 years ago. I mean, that's how you want to be. You don't want to stay the same. You don't want to just have the same old thoughts, the same old beliefs, the same old none of that. But if you're so busy pouring into everyone else, a partner, an organization, a group, a vision, and all these other things, when they say know thyself, they really mean know yourself. Know yourself. And it's daunting when someone pushes you to think about what are my weaknesses? What am I afraid of? Because I used to be almost to the point where I was so positive that I wouldn't face the things that were my own inner demons. So I got to get a hold of that too. So by the time you do all of that, oh God, and don't forget your health, your wellness, your physical, if you need a workout routine, if you're eating healthy, if you're doing a fast, if you're doing a detox, if you're taking better care of your hair and your skin, and then you've got your spiritual needs. What do you connect with? What do you resonate with? Then you've got your personality and your self-love and your self-care. The self-care, so that's all the things that I mentioned before. They're in your head, in your heart, but then you still gotta make sure you make time to act on it. Did you take yourself on a date? Do you have fun? Do you allow yourself to be creative? Do you allow yourself to just be still? Do you allow yourself enough time to sleep and eat right and do all the things? Or are you running around burning the candle at both ends of the stick and just laying down your life for everything and everyone else? And God, don't get me started on walking out the front door looking crazy. Looking like you don't put enough time in yourself. Like you don't know what's going on. You don't know. I mean, it's loaded. So if you add all that together, you write all that down, that's a lot. That's enough. That's enough right there. Don't add kids into the equation. You already got a full-time job. You don't have time to commit to anybody else. Your job is to look you in the mirror and take care of you. Can't nobody do that for you. That whole thing of, love is great. And don't get me wrong. I love romance. I love all that stuff. But that whole thing of he loved me. He came into my life and made me feel fulfilled and made me see all that. That's a lie. I'm sorry. Because that's not his responsibility. There's no way a man can even do that. Men aren't even wired that way. And if you sit around and waste 4 or 5 years thinking that that's what he's doing, then if you remove him, what are you left with? And now you're broken. So What happened to you feeling like you matter, you're beautiful, life is worth living? I thought that's what he poured into you, but it was conditional. So you remove him, so now you're nobody, now you're worthless, now you're an empty shell? I think not. How do you prevent that? How do we avoid all that? Give it to yourself. Work on yourself. Love yourself. Know yourself. That is a full-time job. That is a full-time job. That is your commitment. That is your promise. That is your life's work. That is your passion. That is the purpose. That is the reason. That is all the things. Then your children and lovers and family, all those other things can just bask in your sunshine because you radiate from the inside